I spent 3 months living on the top of a mountain, seeking redemption from God. My name is Jonah Kade. And before you judge me for disappearing into the mountains for 3 months, you need to understand something first. I didn't go up there looking for peace. I went up there because I had nowhere else to go. This is the full story. What broke me, what chased me up that mountain, and what happened when I was finally alone with God and myself. I used to believe I was a good man. Not perfect, just good enough. I worked hard. I showed up when people needed me. I told myself the lies were small, the compromises harmless. I thought strength meant silence, and faith meant showing up on Sundays. But life has a way of collecting your unfinished business. It piles it up quietly, until one day it collapses on you. For me, it started with loss. I lost my marriage first. Not in a dramatic way. No screaming, no slammed doors, just distance. Long pauses in conversations. Two people praying to the same God, but walking in opposite directions. By the time we admitted it was over, the damage had already been done. Then I lost my job. Not because I wasn't capable, but because I was numb. I stopped caring. Deadlines didn't scare me anymore. Neither did consequences. And when you stop fearing consequences, life introduces you to them. Then I lost myself. I'd wake up every morning with a tight chest and no words for God. I tried praying, but it felt like my prayers hit the ceiling and fell back on my face. I read scripture, but it sounded like it was written for someone else, someone cleaner. Guilt does that. It convinces you that redemption is for better people. That's when the idea came. The mountain. I didn't tell anyone. I packed a bag, sold what little I had left, and drove until the road ended. I chose a mountain far enough from people, but close enough to God, or so I hoped. I told myself I would stay 1 month. I stayed 3. The first week was pure arrogance. I felt strong, focused, like some modern-day prophet. I set up a small shelter, learned where the water flowed, spoke scripture out loud like the mountain was my congregation. I fasted. I prayed loudly. I waited for something dramatic to happen. Nothing did. By week 2, the silence got heavier. You don't realize how loud the world is until it's gone. No phones, no voices, no distractions. Just wind, birds, and your own thoughts echoing back at you. That's when the memories showed up. Every lie I told, every promise I broke, every time I chose pride over love. I replayed arguments word for word. I heard my ex-wife's voice in my head, asking me why I shut down when she needed me most. I heard my father's disappointment. I heard God's silence, and it terrified me. I yelled at the sky one night. I asked God if this was punishment. I asked him if I was too far gone. The wind answered. Not God, just wind. By the 2nd month, my body began to weaken. Food was scarce. Cold nights cut through my bones. My prayers stopped sounding holy and started sounding desperate. I stopped quoting scripture. I started telling the truth. I admitted I was angry. I admitted I didn't understand grace. I admitted I wanted forgiveness without accountability. One night, during a storm, I broke. Rain soaked through everything I owned. My shelter collapsed. I sat there shivering, laughing like a madman, realizing how small I actually was. And for the first time in years, I cried. Not polite tears, ugly ones. I stopped trying to sound faithful and just sounded human. That's when something changed. Not outside me, inside. There was no booming voice from heaven, no vision, just a quiet realization. God wasn't absent. I was hiding. The 3rd month was different. The mountain stopped feeling like a punishment and started feeling like a mirror. I woke up with the sun. I listened more than I spoke. I learned that redemption doesn't arrive like lightning. It grows slowly, like roots breaking through stone. I forgave people who never apologized. I forgave myself. That was the hardest part. I realized God didn't bring me up that mountain to impress him. He brought me there to empty me, to strip away the versions of myself I was protecting. And one morning, standing at the edge of the peak, watching the clouds move beneath my feet, I felt peace. Happiness. Peace. The kind that doesn't need explanations. I knew it was time to leave. Coming back down was harder than going up. The world didn't magically change. My past didn't disappear. But I was different. I no longer ran from my failures. I walked with them, redeemed, not erased. If you're watching this and you feel broken, if you think God has forgotten your address, let me tell you something. Redemption doesn't require distance. It requires honesty. You don't need a mountain. You just need to stop hiding. Thank you for listening to my story. If this meant something to you, if it helped you even a little, please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need it. You're not alone, and neither was I.